the long-awaited hitting tips video is finally here. I know it took me a while. It took me like I think a month to come out with this. I'm sorry, but yeah, just now I just like got the motivation to do it and the time to do it. So yeah, I mean, without wasting your guys' time, we're just gonna get right into it. And yeah, if you guys liked the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's go. Okay, so before we get into like the actual tips, we're gonna get into my hitting settings because I know this gets asked a lot, bro. I swear every stream I have, it gets asked at least 100 times. So yeah, let's get over it. Let's go over my my settings. So zone, I mean on hitting, it's obviously gonna be hitting interface is gonna be zone. Buttons, I know people say analog. I've heard some people say that, but I'm not a fan of that. Just go buttons, it's better, it's easier, more responsive obviously. So yeah, and base running interface, I don't know what this is. I guess it's just base running, so analog select. All of this is locked obviously. I don't anchor. I've tried anchoring before. I don't really like it because it just throws off my my awareness of where the PCI is. So I don't do it, but I know some people like anchoring like up in the zone. So if you're a fan of that, you can use that. That's all preference, but I just like using it normal. So yeah, I don't use anchor. This is on, everything is just default on anchor. And okay, so play coverage indicator, you want to have this on. Obviously, if you're new to this game, this is what basically dictates where you swing. You know, if you, it's basically like an iron sight, and you have to put that iron sight on the baseball. You know, an iron sight from COD, obviously, and you have to put it on the baseball, and you swing, and it's, if you're on it, it's gonna be a home run or a hit. So yeah, that's, you need to have this on if you want to be competitive. And yeah, so right now for hitting, my favorite PCI to use has been easy. I don't have circles on right now, but it's because I was trying it yesterday. But my favorite of all time has been diamonds. Diamonds, no inner, no outer. The color is yellow. I use yellow. 70%. I feel I've tried everything. I've tried 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I used to use 121 and in 22, and this year I've been using 70. And I just feel like it's like a perfect balance between like you not being able to like focus on it too much and you like knowing that the PCI is there. So yeah, for me the sweet spot is 70, but I know some people like using 60 and 50. I think if you have anywhere from 50 to 100, you're fine. Like that should be fine. But again, for me, I use 70, and obviously no fade out, and no guest pitch. Vibration off because I feel like it kind of messes with the thumbstick a little bit. Like it rattles it a little bit, especially when you're pitching. So and when you swing as well. So I would not recommend vibration. I would turn that off. But again, it's preference. If you want to have it on, you can have it on. But for me, I have it off because I feel like it throws me off a little bit. So yeah, and some other PCIs that I think are really good, especially this year. I think the bat PCI is really good since it doesn't change size at all. It doesn't matter if you're on Legend, Hall of Fame, All-Star, it's gonna stay the same. Like the stance, I mean not the stance, the size of it is gonna stay the same throughout all the difficulties. So if you like that, then go for it. I just don't like how it feels a little bit because it's like a little bit weird. It's not bad, it's just I prefer diamonds. I feel like I'm more, you know, I can get to baseballs easier. I feel like it's more like quick, if that makes sense. But again, it's just preference. So yeah, bat, some people like using it with wedge. I've seen wedge bat PCI a lot this year. I've seen a lot of top players use it. So bat, wedge, and yellow. And I've seen a lot of people use that. I feel like the colors that people use are either yellow or white. Some people use cyan, but it's either yellow or white. That's like the main two colors. So yeah, and yeah, that's a good one. I also like using circles sometimes. Circles, none, with a white or yellow. And even ocean is pretty good. The ocean color, that's pretty good too. But yeah, that's nice. And then I mean, you can't go wrong with any of these PCIs. They're all good. Even altitude is good. But yeah, right now I'm just gonna stick with this because I'm trying it out. But yeah, you can use whatever. it's preference, man. So, but again, diamonds, yellow, 70 is what I use, is my main. When I'm locked in and I'm hitting, like hitting, that's what I use, bro. So, yeah, highly recommend it. And let's see, camera, this also gets asked a lot. People ask if I use Strike Zone High. I don't use Strike Zone High, even though it is good. I tried it. I like it. It's just I prefer Strike Zone because I'm just more used to it. That's what I know, you know. I said you know twice. But yeah, it's just what I'm used to. So Strike Zone 1 or a regular Strike Zone is the best. I know people like Strike Zone 2. Don't use Strike Zone 3. It's not good. So yeah, Strike Zone 1. That's what I use. For pitching, I know it's not a pitching video, but I use Zoom. I also use outfield. It's between either Zoom or outfield. I change it up a lot, so yeah, it's up to you. Preference again. But yeah, in-play view offense, dynamic. It helps you see no doubters when you're hitting. Defense is just regular, medium. And yeah, I think that covers it for the settings. So wait, yeah, that's it for the settings. So let's get it right down to the actual tips, okay? So yeah. Okay, so the actual hitting tips, let's go. So this is what I've been doing lately. I never used to use custom practice, but lately I've noticed that it's a little bit better if you go into custom practice and do what I do. So I've been going into custom practice, right? I turn up all the sliders, like the fastball, the knuckle curve, all of these. I turn them on so that they throw it equally. And I make them throw strikes so you can track it better. You know, it's just not a waste of time. You know, you don't see as many balls. You don't see any balls at all, actually. So yeah, okay, so I go into custom practice, right? And before I play, I just do this. I just track the ball. I don't even swing. I just track the ball like this. Like that, okay? So what this helps with is I feel like before I used to hop into a game, I would hop right into it, right? And I would be like so cold. So like the first like 2 or 3 innings, I felt like I would just like be off. Sometimes if I got lucky, I would like hit amazing like, as soon as I got on, but nah, most of the time I would just like be cold. I would slam a lot. I would overshoot my PCI, and I felt like I just wasn't locked in. But lately I've been doing this. I've been going into custom practice, and I've just been tracking the ball with the PCI. I've just been tracking it. I don't swing. I used to swing, but I realized if I swung, that would just like take my mind off actually like tracking with my PCI, and it would mess me up. So because I would be like, oh, let me end off on a perfect, you know, like this. I would just, oh, that's a perfect. I would just swing and swing and swing and swing and keep swinging until like I actually got a perfect. And I would keep making bad swings, you know, disregarding my placement. But again, I've just been, just try this, trust me. If you do this like for at least, I think like 10 minutes maybe, 15 tops. You can even do it for 5, I don't know. You could do it for any of that amount of time, and you would hop into a ranked game pretty good. You would feel pretty good because you would know where your thumbstick is, you know, where your placement is at the moment. So I would recommend this a lot. This is one of my tips. Again, I only started doing it lately, but I've seen a lot of improvement in like my first like 2 games just because of me doing this. So yeah, highly recommend this. The second tip, disregard slamming. So people ask me like, oh, how do you prevent slamming and all that? Okay, so first of all, I would say invest in some control freaks. I know people say they don't matter, but yes, trust me, they matter. Because first of all, you would not get sore from playing lots of time. You know, some people get their thumb gets sore because of like a lot of playing time, but these are really comfortable. Trust, you will not get tired at all. Like your thumb will not ever get tired, ever. I played for 20 hours once. I played for 20 hours a lot actually, like in a row, and my thumb never ever got tired or sore. So highly recommend them because of that, but also because of the grip that they have. The grip, I feel like it helps you on pitches like right here. Hold up, like that pitch. It helps you with pitches like right here or right here, to get to them and not slam because of the grip that you have on your thumbstick. So it's really, really nice. I will never stop using Control Freaks because they really do help you out a lot, in my opinion. And yeah, I would just recommend them. If you have like 15 bucks to spare, just grab some Control Freaks. If you don't have any, they're worth it, trust. And yeah, so that's my second tip. That's not really a tip. That's like kind of like what you should buy or like what you need, in my opinion. So yeah, and obviously a good controller would never not help, you know. Always invest. If you have the extra money, invest in a good controller if you're trying to get like serious about this. So yeah, the third tip I would say, by the way, people like precision rings. I have never used precision rings ever, so yeah, I should try them just in case if they're actually good. But I mean, yeah, if you want to get precision rings, you can, but again, I have never tried them. So I know people like them. Some people have liked them, but some people have also not liked them. So yeah, I'm just sticking with Control Freaks. So okay, yeah, next thing. So this regards actual slamming, like an actual tip. So I often tell people to think about the PCI as like an iron sight COD, you know? It's like a, how do you say, like a red dot sight. Like say you're using like an AA94, right? Or like a, I don't know, an MP5. Something long range. And just imagine you're playing the game, right? You're playing COD, you see someone far away in the distance, and you know, you have to move your thumbstick very, very precisely, like very, very minimal, so that you don't like overshoot and like miss your shots, you know? So that's how I think about the PCI. I just think about the ball being a player that's really far away, and me like, and I try not to you know, move my PCI as much, like my thumbstick as much. So it's basically just shooting someone from far away and maintaining that precision, just like slightly moving your thumbstick to get to where to keep your shot. So it helped me a lot when I first started hitting. That's a shit swing. So yeah, I would recommend that. Also, I would just oh wait, yeah, another tip for slamming is I would set my sights on a certain part of the plate, like right here. For me, I just always like sit right here, like low. That's where my sight is. Like that's my predetermined sight on the ball. So say you're facing a top player, because a lot of top players, most top players actually, have a tendency of throwing certain pitches. They usually throw either four seamers like right here, like in slam spots, so that you overshoot your PCI and get under it, or they throw it a little bit like right here, or they throw it up here, or here, or here, or somewhere around here. So you will never see someone in high ranks like try to like dot pitches up here, like on the corners, like right here, here, or here, down here, or on the left. You will never see people try to throw pitches right there, because that's like the easiest pitch to hit. They will throw it like that, like right here, like right there where that pitch was. They would throw it here. Mostly I see people throw it here. Some people throw it a little bit high, like right here. So again, if you just have your sights set like right here, somewhere around these areas, if you're sitting there, you will recognize the pitch sometimes. You will recognize that it's like not all the way down, because again, people, if they see a fastball low, they automatically go like this, boom, all the way down, and they get under it. They pop it up, or they hit a weak fly ball. So yeah, I would just keep my sights set on these areas right here, and if you get the pitch, again, you will be able to recognize it sometimes because you're sitting on it, and eventually you will be able to pick it up and actually like not slam on it because of the muscle memory that you have from seeing the ball in that spot, and again from just seeing it so many times that you'll be able to actually like consistently hit it at some point. So yeah, that also helps people. I've had people come in here and to my stream and tell me, oh, these tips helped you. So hopefully they help you guys. So yeah, hopefully they help. And okay, so that's the third tip that I have. And the fourth tip I would say is, I said this last year as well, it's pretty much a tip that everybody uses like at any level. If you're struggling, like if you're just like so bad at the plate, you're swinging at everything, like you're swinging at balls in the dirt. Like, just take a step back, bro. Just take a breather. Just take the first pitch until you get a strike. Because especially in this year, where the meta is, you know, the pitching is horrible, you throw a lot of balls, it's not bad to like sit back and take a strike. Because more likely than not, they're gonna throw you a ball in like the first 2 pitches because of how bad the pitching is. Like, it's really hard to control where the pitch is going this year. So yeah, there's a lot of balls. There's way more balls this year than ever. So yeah, just take a strike, bro. Just take a strike. You can take until 2 strikes if you want to. I used to do that back in like MLB 18 or 19, and it helped. So yeah, don't ever be scared to be patient. Just wait for your pitch, bro. Wait for your pitch. Going more into that, what I just talked about, you can also sit on pitches, because I mean the meta this year is sinker cutter, as it's always been. So if you're on an AB, you're 0-0, just sit on a sinker. Like, wait until you get it. If you get a cutter, don't swing. Just wait, sit on sinker. If you get it, you know, try and be as early as possible. And yeah, and again, you'll only probably get 1 shot, or I don't know, if the guy's throwing a lot of sinkers, you know, pick up on that tendency and don't swing until you get a sinker. So I do that sometimes. I try and be very selective of what I'm getting. So again, if even if I get a cutter down the middle, sometimes I take it if I'm sitting a sinker. So yeah, just be selective, guys. You don't have to be you're not in a rush. It's 9 innings. So, you know, you can waste an AB sitting on a pitch, because it might work out. So yeah. By the way, guys, if you guys are ever struggling like with your, you know, your placement, your pre-PCI routine, I know I do this a lot. Hold up. I go in circles. That's like my routine. If I don't do this, I feel like I can't hit. So I do this, and then when a ball comes, I hold it, and then boom, I hit it. Don't do that. Don't be late, please. But yeah, that's my routine. I just go around like this a little bit. You know, be patient. When the pitch comes, I swing at it. All full swings, by the way. Don't do what I'm doing right there. That's not good. But yeah, don't be afraid to change it, because I know I used to like in 21 and years prior, I used to start my PCI here. Like, I used to do this, then I would go like, I would start my PCI way up in the zone, like way up, like right here. With righties, I would do this. With lefties, I would start it up here, and then like when the ball came, I would go down here, and then up again. And then, so I realized that, and I realized that in my head, I realized, okay, what do I need to do? I need to shorten my PCI movement to where I actually started. So all of this, like starting it up here, is unnecessary, because at the end of the day, when a pitch came, I would go back down here, and I would hit like that. So I just realized I had to cut it down, and eventually I started using this. I just started like right here. And it was a complete game changer, bro. Complete game changer. Because, again, this starting up here would be a lot of wasted movement. Like, sure, you could be able to hit the high pitches way better, but you would also slam on a lot of pitches down in the zone. So, yeah, me changing it up and starting down here was a complete game changer, bro. So, if you ever feel like you're not comfortable, or you feel like you have a lot of wasted movement on your pre-PCI routine or pre-pitch routine, just cut it down, like take some video, like record your gameplay and see what you do on your PCI, and like what you do like when the ball is actually about to be thrown. So, and then cut it down and minimalize, and just try to you know, just do what I did. Just minimize your movements. So yeah, that helped me out a lot as well. Again, as soon as I started doing this, I just started destroying the ball. So yeah, you guys should try that. And by the way, before anybody asks me, I don't tempo. I know a lot of people tempo. I've never been able to do tempo. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how some of the top players do it. I know it's a huge advantage if you know how to do it correctly. So tempo is pretty much where you pick up on the batter's leg kick. So say they have, let me see if someone has a good leg kick. I think Grisham has a good leg kick, yeah. So if you see that he's loading up early, like before the pitch is thrown, like right there, if you see he's loading up early, then it's gonna be a fastball, a cutter, or a sinker. So if you see his leg kick is delayed a little bit, then that means it's gonna be off speed like that. So I know a lot of people are really good at it. Me, I suck at it. I still don't know how to do it exactly 100%. But some people have mastered it, and it's really helped their. It has really helped elevate their game to like a complete different level. Because I mean, you basically know what's coming, right? So it's like it's kind of like a cheat, kind of in a way. But yeah, I mean, you could probably practice it if you really wanted to, and you could probably get good at it. But me, I just haven't tried to do it. It's just a lot of, I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of time to get used to it. It's probably worth it as well, but I don't know. I'm just gonna stick with what I like and what I'm good with. So, but again, I don't do tempo. But if you really want to, you could probably practice it and you could get good at it at some point. So yeah, that's again, I don't do tempo. So just gotta get that out of the way. Also, guys, if you I would highly recommend to get guys that have leg kicks. So say someone like Grisham. Again, this has to do with what I talked about earlier, the tempo stuff. Like, cause I mean, if you don't have a leg kick, then for me, technically for me, it's really hard for me to time up some pitches. Say someone like what's his name, Jason Bay. I've had trouble hitting sinkers with him sometimes because I feel like his swing is slow. So normally, if someone has a leg kick, they're gonna have a faster swing. So you want to get someone with a leg kick, because that would help out your timing a lot. Trust me, I've tried hundreds of different players, and yeah, because swings have a lot to do with hitting as well. So sometimes you might do everything right at the plate, but the player itself or himself is the one that's holding you back. So again, just try to get guys with a good stance, and again, a leg kick. So it doesn't even have to be a leg kick. It could be like a good stride, like say someone like Mookie Betts has a good stride. He doesn't even have that big of a leg kick, but his stride is really nice. So yeah, just try to get guys with good swings. And people always ask me like, oh, how do you get better at the game? Like, oh, how are you so good? How do you get good at hitting? And most of the time, every time they ask me that, what I always tell them is, look, bro, like, yeah, practicing, like, it's gonna get you like places, right? Like, you're gonna get better, but at the end of the day, you just have to play a lot, bro. Like, say you practice, like you go in custom practice, right? You go in custom practice, like maybe like twice a week, like for 30 minutes, and then you play one rank game or two or three, and that's it for the week. And then you come back like a few days later, like not playing for like 3 days, and you're wondering, oh, why am I hitting so bad? I practiced before I got on. Here's the point. Here's what I'm trying to say. You've got to play a lot, because if you take even 1 day off, it's gonna mess you up, bro. This is one of those games where you can't take a single day off. Like, you have to play every single day to stay consistent, because again, 1 day that you miss is gonna just throw your timing out the window. Throw everything that you worked on for the past 2 days out the window, especially if you take a long break for like a week. Oh, dude, you're done. You're done. Your first like 10 games or 20 are gonna be horrible. So again, for me, I had to play like at least over 1,000 games in 21 to actually get at like the level that I am right now. So yeah, just playing a lot is the main key. Obviously, custom practice, you know, playing online, like all that. You're gonna get better eventually, even if you don't play as much. But if you want to get to like elite level, like top 10 or top 25, you know, even top 50, you're gonna have to play a lot, bro. So yeah, dude, I mean, that's what you gotta do. You just gotta put in time to this game. You gotta dedicate like countless hours to just hitting. I know it sounds a little bit nerdy, but it's the truth, bro. Like, you're not gonna get good by just playing custom practice. You have to actually play Legend, because again, custom practice timing is very different from Legend online timing, unranked. So, because timing windows change depending on who you play, like their Wi-Fi, you know, the servers, depending on how the servers are, or the PS servers are, you're gonna get different timing windows. You know, sometimes you might be late some games. One game you might feel amazing, like untouchable, you're hitting everything, right? Then the next game you could face someone playing in like, I don't know, Madagascar, right? You can face someone playing there, and then they have terrible Wi-Fi, and then it fucks up the timing windows, and you're all over the place. You're late, and then that carries over onto your next game, and then you're also late on the next game because you don't know, you know, because it messed you up. The timing messed you up because it's different from game to game. So yeah, you just gotta keep that in mind. Like, timing is not gonna be the same from custom practice to legend ranked. So again, you just have to play legend ranked consistently to get really good. So I know a lot of people play BR. I try and stay away from BR as much as possible because I feel like if I play like a couple BR runs and I try to hop back on ranked, it takes me like at least 10 games to get back to where I was offensively on ranked. So yeah, just stay away from events, BR as much as possible. I mean, obviously if you're trying to build your team, trying to get stubs, like play it, right? But if you're playing like BR just for fun, I don't know, bro. I would not recommend that. Just play ranked. Play ranked. Trust. And for settings on your console, I would highly recommend, let me see. Right now I'm on PS, so I don't know many settings. I'm new to PS. I don't know many settings when it comes to like avoiding input lag and all that. I know the controller is way better on Xbox from what I've experienced. The input response is way better. So that's another thing too. If you guys are looking to like up your game and you're like not planning on doing tourneys this year, like you're just playing for fun, like you want to just be good at the game but you don't care about tourneys, get an Xbox because Xboxes have way better response time. Like if you go from PS to Xbox, and you will see a drastic change in your timing. Like maybe not on your PCI because then you still have to be good to like square up the ball, but you will see a massive difference in timing windows, and like you will be very early on Xbox as opposed to PS. On PS you have to swing way earlier, from what I've seen, because of the lag, you know, the response time on the crappy response time on the controllers, the PS controllers. So yeah, I mean, if you're not doing tourneys, because tourneys are PS exclusive this year, they're PlayStation only. If you don't plan on doing any tourneys, just go on Xbox, bro. Trust. Get rid of your PS. If you're planning on only playing MLB, get an Xbox, because you will see a night and day difference. It's huge. I didn't expect it to be this different, but I have both an Xbox and a PS, and every time I switch from Xbox to PS, I can easily tell the difference on timing. So yeah, it will also even maybe help you get like a lot of 12-0s, because you will be way better at hitting on Xbox. So you will definitely see an improvement on Xbox if you switch and you're not planning on doing tourneys. So yeah, make the switch if you already if you haven't. So okay, so I know on PS people say obviously you have to have 120 hertz on. Me right now, I don't have 120 hertz because I have a capture card. Like I stream through my capture card, and my capture card doesn't let me use 120 hertz. So I'm right now I'm capped out at 60. So I can only imagine what I can do at 120 hertz. So, dude, if you have 120 hertz, use it, bro. Trust, it's gonna be way better than 60 hertz. It's gonna be night and day difference. Again, like what I said earlier. So yeah, you need 120 in this game. Need it. I haven't tried out 1440. I haven't tried 4K. Some people say 1440 120 hertz is amazing and a game changer, but me, I don't have the equipment to do that yet, so I'm gonna have to wait on that. But once I do get it, I'll probably put out a video to test it out and let you guys know how it is. So yeah, and I know people say, I mean, this might help you, honestly, the ALLM, because it's auto low latency mode, but I don't have the setting on. Like, it doesn't let me put it on. So if you have VRR and ALLM, turn these settings on so that you just try them out, see if it helps you out, because right here it advertises that it turns down your it helps out with your input response, basically. So try it out, let me know if it works, guys. I haven't used it, so I can't use it. So yeah, I mean, I would try those two out. And HDR I would keep off, because I think it might add a little bit of delay, because it like fine tunes the colors. So I'm guessing it adds delay, so don't turn that on. Everything else is just default. I have this off. RGB is automatic. Let me see. Yeah, everything is pretty much default for me. And the screen, this is just preference again. And the controller on PS, I know it's different from Xbox. Again, you have different settings on for controllers, but on Xbox I just have it default. You don't need any settings on your controller, because it's amazing over there. But on settings, you know, I'm not even gonna get into this because I don't know anything about this. I'm new to PS, but I mean, obviously, if you have a USB cable, have it connected, you can test it out. I've tried everything. I feel like it doesn't really change. I've tried having the USB cable on with the USB cable plugged in, and it feels like normal. I still have delay. It still feels pretty bad. I've tried the USB cable setting on without the cable plugged in, and it feels the same. No difference at all. I've tried Bluetooth. I've tried Bluetooth on with a wired connection, like with the wired connection on, like my wire like on my controller, and it feels the exact same as it having plugged in with the USB cable setting turned on. And I've had the Bluetooth setting on without the cable, and it feels exactly the same. So I don't know, bro. I have no idea, honestly. I don't know if there's a certain benefit to each setting. I don't think there is, because again, I've tried it so many times. I've tried every single setting on every different output and possibility, and it just feels the exact same. So I don't know. Some people swear by having the USB cable setting on, and some people swear by having the Bluetooth cable setting, or the Bluetooth setting on. But for me, yeah, I've tried everything, and it just feels the same, bro. It feels the same. So I don't know. That one is up to you guys. You can decide what you want to do. Also, the last thing I'm gonna say is how to get out of slumps. Okay, so I found this one thing last year. This is very weird, by the way. Very weird. I don't know how it worked, but basically what I did, I was so heated last year. Like I was going through it, bro. I was in like a terrible slump. I was awful, and I was just so fed up. I had lost like 10 games in a row or something. I was so fed up that I said, screw it, bro. I'm hopping on Home Run Derby. And I played Home Run Derby, right, for like 30 minutes. And I swear, I don't know what happened, but I hopped back on ranked, and I immediately put up, I think it was like 15 runs in like 2 innings. Like just the best hitting I've ever had in my life. So I think it has something to do with like the PCI being very like, I don't even know, bro. With the PCI being very like hard to control, not to control, but like very easy to control. So like you make like very small movements in Home Run Derby because of how like less sensitive it is. So I would just be like this, right? I would barely move it, and then I would get a pitch down the middle like that, and I would hit out perfect every time, like, you know, as you should on rookie difficulty. But I felt like it helped me like get back in the groove of things. Like it helped me get back to my PCI placement, because I think beforehand I was like slamming on everything, like overshooting my PCI on every single pitch. So that helped me like control my PCI. As crazy as it sounds, like I know, who would have guessed Home Run Derby, right? Who would have guessed that it would help out a little bit? So yeah, it helped me out, helped me control my PCI. And again, as soon as I hopped back on ranked on Legend, I started to rake. So it's worth a shot if you're struggling. Hop on Home Run Derby like for like 10 minutes, and then hop back on ranked. And if it works, then I mean, you can come and thank me. So I don't know. I haven't done that yet this year. I probably should try it at some point if I'm struggling. So yeah, I mean, just a little tip. I'm not sure if it works, but I mean, you can try. Again, doesn't hurt to try, right? So yeah, little tip to get out of slumps. And in general, I don't know how to get out of slumps, bro. That's something that no one knows how to do. You just gotta keep playing, and eventually, hopefully, you figure it out again. So yeah, but that's gonna do it for me, guys. This is the video. I've been doing this for 40 minutes now, so yeah, have fun. 40-minute long video. I think I went into pretty much, I think I went into a lot of things. I went in depth a lot. I try to explain everything as much as possible. So yeah, this is it for me, guys. I don't know if this is a good enough amount of time. I think it's more than enough time actually for a hitting tips video. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it helps you guys out. If you guys think it helped you out, you know, you try my tips, let me know in the comments or in my stream. Let me know if it helped you out. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one, guys. I'm a little bit drained from doing this right now, so yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. But yeah, if you guys liked the video, you know, leave a like, again, comment, subscribe, and yeah, again, let me know if these tips helped you at all in the comments or in my stream. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.